One misty morning, as the river flowed serenely through the heart of the forest, an elderly swan found herself anchored to the bank by weariness that went beyond the usual ache of aging. Her once vibrant white feathers, symbols of her lineage's purity and grace, were now dulled with the passage of time. The fire that had animated her spirit, propelling her through the skies with effortless power, was flickering, threatening to be extinguished by the encroaching shadows of her mortal coil. Her name was Serena. As the mist swirled around her, shrouding her in an ethereal haze, Serena gazed at the rippling water, her reflection a pale ghost staring back. She had lived a full life, raising stents, dancing with her mate beneath star-studded skies, and serenading the dawn with her haunting, otherworldly song. Yet here she was, tethered to the riverbank in her twilight years, surrendering to the relentless march of time. In the depths of her being, a deep tranquility settled. She had lived with passion, loved with abandon, and was ready to embrace whatever lay beyond the horizon. Just then, a playful chirp shattered the silence, pulling Serena's attention toward the source. There, emerging from the mist, was a young otter, his sleek brown fur glistening like polished mahogany. His eyes shone with the untamed spirit of youth. He was as vibrant and lively as she was weary, a living embodiment of the very essence that she, too, had once possessed. The otter, whose name was Ollie, was a creature of pure, unadulterated joy. The river was his playground. He knew every smooth stone, every whispering reed, and every secret, bubbling eddy where the juiciest clams hid. His days were a whirlwind of slick slides down muddy banks and cheerful chirps to the dragonflies that danced on the water's surface. He was a symphony of youthful exuberance. But today, his usual boisterous energy was subdued. He too sensed the quiet dignity of the aged swan, and his playful heart ached with an empathy that belied his tender years. As he approached her, drawn by an invisible thread of connection, Ollie couldn't shake off a feeling that whispered of farewells and finality. With innocent curiosity, Ollie sat a few feet away and gave a soft, questioning chirp, hoping to understand the sorrow that seemed to emanate from the swan. Serena, stirred by the otter's gentle presence, turned her head slowly, her tired eyes meeting his earnest gaze. In that moment, a silent understanding passed between them, bridging the gap of their different species and the vast expanse of their disparate ages. She saw in him the vibrancy of life that she was leaving behind, the untamed spirit of the river that had been her constant companion. And in her, Ollie saw the fading embers of a magnificent flame, the last glimmers of an existence that had danced with the very essence of the river's soul. As the hours slipped by, Ollie didn't leave. He stayed by her side, sharing in her solitude, offering silent support. He sang softly, his voice echoing with the melancholy of a heart that understood more than his years should allow. And in the depth of his young being, he felt the swan spirit soar, lifted by his song, freed from the shackles of her weary body. When the last rays of sunlight painted the sky in hues of farewell, Serena turned to the young otter, her gaze unwavering. With a final, Herculean effort, she dipped her head in a gesture of profound gratitude. In that finality, Ollie understood. He too felt the river's mournful song resonate within him, acknowledging the inevitability of the swan's departure. As the night deepened and the stars emerged, one by one, Serena's breathing grew shallower, her grip on life loosening with each passing moment. Yet in her final moments, her spirit soared, carried aloft by the river's ceaseless flow. She was returning to the river, to the sun, to everything she had ever known, leaving behind the pain of parting. And there, under the watchful gaze of the moon, Serena breathed her last, her spirit finally set free.